I know I've talked about this in the past, but I feel like I don't talk about it enough. And also, I feel like they don't get enough credit. I don't think black people all around the world understand that the United States is by far the safest country in the world today for black people to migrate to because of black Americans, because of their ancestors' sacrifice, including this birthright citizenship that everybody and their mama enjoys, that Donald Trump is trying to get rid of. This was enacted because of black Americans. And it breaks my heart the way a lot of people come to America and not only turn a blind eye to their plight, but also talk shit and shit on them, in spite of the fact that America is all they know and they're doing their best in a country that was not created for them, most especially Africans. But I'm not trying to get into the diaspora war thing because, like I've mentioned before, this is just a bunch of hurt people hurting people. You have to understand that one of the things that makes black Americans different from every other black people is black Americans are the only group of black people that actually got to live with white people. Everybody else was left behind in their home countries. I know the Caribbeans were also products of slavery. Those countries, including the Caribbean islands, are majority blacks. The countries that white people wanted to settle in, especially the United States, the black people who were forced to be there, they received a heavier dose of fuck shit. And naturally, black Americans got to witness what it is about humans that made the Bible say the heart of man is desperately wicked. They got to see that massa don't fuck with nobody but massa, Chad. And a lot of these Africans and Caribbeans who migrate to the U.S. are yet to learn this. That's why y'all be just, when you see a white people, we thank God. This is equivalent to a pick-me woman seeing a very sexy man who's tall, dark, and handsome and everything in her dream, that she just opens herself up to him to get knocked up. But then until she gets to his home to see how he lives, she gets to see that he lives like a pig. Dirty dishes, dirty laundry, snores and farts in his sleep, takes a shit and forgets to flush it, doesn't even wipe his ass right. Ooh, Chad. Bad breath in the morning, looking a hot mess. Then you come to see the things that makes him human. And then all of a sudden he ain't shit. But you could have figured that out before you let him knock you up if you were not so obsessed by his physical image. Girl, you should have asked baby mama number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You thought 11 was gonna be the match number? Yet, in spite of that, black Americans have been able to persevere and pull away and do their own thing in a country that was not created for them. They have their own art, some of which was taken from them: jazz, hip-hop, rap, their own dialect. And even at that, a lot of the things that they started were stolen from them without credit, destroyed, burned down, called ghetto, and anything but a child of God, child. And yet, they still persevere. And to me, this is one of the things that makes them very attractive to me. Like I mentioned before, when I lived in America, black Americans were my favorite group of people because their audacity, bro, their audacity is so fucking powerful. And I know that this is something that a lot of black people, a lot of people in general, but especially Africans, judge them for. I want to see how y'all survive being the black sheep of a family that does not want you, that you're required to be a part of. We can all learn from each other because we're in this shit together. We are stronger together.
So much credit has not been given to the black Americans for what they have done. A lot of Africans are coming forth now to give credits to them. You know, it said, give honor to whom honor is due. They have paid the price. America is a place where people can migrate right now and visit because of the price that, you know, the black Americans have been able to shape. They are the only people who have lived by their oppressors and fought through, and they have shaped America to become that place where it is right now, that anyone from any part of the world can seek for safe harbor. And so the United States of America, it is what it is because of what the black community has done for the, you know, benefit of mankind, as I put it that way. Because America, like he said in that video, is like the safest place for any immigrant to go to around the world, and I can tell you that for sure. So we have some couple of videos to share. We'll go into those videos, and when we come back, we'll give you our total opinion and analysis. If you're coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. Feel free to hit that notification button, hit that subscription button, so that when we bring updates, you'll be the first to be notified. All credit to the original content creators. So let's dive right into the video.
This video is specifically for my black American family. Yes, guys, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you guys for the love, for your support, for your kind words, for the likes, for everything. You guys are awesome. For supporting me during this time, I really appreciate you all. In fact, you guys are the best. Let's keep the love going, you know. Let's continue to be in good things. Remember, together we stand. I just appreciate you guys for always supporting my videos, for always liking it, for your kind ways. A lot of you have beautiful souls. If there's anything I've come to realize is that there are good people out there, and a lot of you are good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you guys, thank you. You all have a nice day and keep watching my videos.
I want to give a really big shout out to my Black American counterparts. And here's why. I am descendant of people who are immigrants, particularly from Haiti. Them coming here have made them integrate with people that look like this in this country, right? And the thing is, to the naked eye, somebody who's not familiar with the diaspora, they'll think that people that look like this are all the same. It's not true. The thing is, though, we, as immigrants that come to this country, well, I'm not an immigrant, my parents are, they learn from people that look like us. Now, granted, they keep things from their culture, and also they come here and they integrate. It's a natural process that humans do, right? Some easier than others. So we learn a lot from the Black Americans that lived here, because those are the communities they put us in to work. And we lived amongst them and we learned a lot from them. All of the cool things that I truly enjoy in life, most of it is because of my proximity to Black Americans. And I'm not saying I'm not Black. This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, for those who understand, is that Black Americans, the African diaspora that was already here, they already had a culture, and boy, it was cool. I felt so validated when I was accepted in their community, and so that when I walked someplace, I had this armor of like coolness, right? And here's the thing: a lot of people take that, and they didn't in turn reject Black Americans. They called them out their name. They called them lazy. They called them this and they called them that. Despite the hundreds of years that they've set forth the foundation for people to come here to have a better life, right? Amongst other people groups, but I'm talking particularly of Black Americans. That people then in turn make it seem like they're the runts of the group. That is not true. All the coolness that I've adopted is directly from Black Americans, and I can't be more thankful for it. And I will go to bat with anybody that says otherwise about specifically Black Americans. Someone who is of Caribbean descendant, from people who are Caribbean immigrants, I can say that I'm eternally grateful for the foundation they laid so that other people groups could be here and understand what it means to be cool, right? And not to say other people aren't cool. I'm just speaking for the African diaspora that's already here, because us as Caribbean descendant people have been integrated with them, and we get called the same as them. And in many ways we are the same. I mean, in many ways we're not the same, but in many ways we share the same history. It's interwoven. And so to say anything negative about them is to say something negative about anybody, and it's not fair to pick on that group. Because quite frankly, if you ain't cool, you ain't cool.
For being tired or for being sad and disappointed by the results of this election. And let me say, first off, you will not ever attack Black women on this page, on this channel. That's one. But two, do you understand that Black women have been at the forefront of every single movement? Movements do not move without Black women. You want to talk about people who advocate for justice? You want to talk about who the pioneers are, who the revolutionaries are, who the organizers are? It is always Black women. Always. And Black women are so empathetic and compassionate that they fight your battles as well. That they fight for you as well. In addition to their own struggles, they'll fight for you as well, because they know and they have enough empathy to understand what struggle feels like, and they don't want you to have to deal with it either. So they'll advocate for you. They'll fight for you. They'll be empathetic with your situation. But for some of y'all to get on here and have the audacity to attack black women, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never. You need to be apologizing to black women, apologizing for letting black women down. They've come to bat for this country time and time and time and time and time again. And when it was time for this country to show up for them, as they've shown up for us and shown up for y'all, you did not. So do not get on here and have the audacity to attack black women. Do not do it. Ever. And I can tell how some of y'all are not well versed in history, because historically speaking, and I study history as one of my majors, historically speaking, every successful movement in this country, every successful movement in this country has black women to thank for their success. Every single one. When it comes to movements of progression, when it comes to movements of positive change, when it comes to revolutionary movements, every single activist movement, social justice movement in this country aimed at moving the needle forward in advocating for civil rights, for human rights, for equity, for justice, every single movement of social justice has black women to thank for its success. Every single one. And oftentimes, what happens is black women's contributions to these movements are erased from history. What happens is their contributions, their actions, are often accredited to a man. That's what happens historically, which is a problem in and of itself with misogyny in this country and its inability to give black women the credit that they so rightfully deserve. But we will not ever attack black women on this platform. If I see a comment like that, absolutely not. We're not doing that. And for those of you who are upset with black women, want to let them know your anger and frustration towards them, movements for social justice degrade, they dissipate without the help of black women. Remember that. Movements for social justice, movements for positive change do not make it. They have not made it. They will not make it without the help of black women. So be very mindful and be careful of who you choose to target your anger towards and your frustration towards, and who you choose to attack. Do not attack black women.
Black American women, thank you. Thank you so much for just always showing up. Always showing up and just being at the forefront of what's right and for change and for justice, and just always being there for others. People can say whatever they want. People can get mad and upset. The fact that you all are tired, that you don't want to try anymore, that you just are done. Especially when it comes to Gaza and pro-Palestinians. You tried helping when you could, when you were able to, but it wasn't good enough. It was performative. It wasn't enough. And finally, when it was time that you needed others to show up for you and for themselves too, actually, in the long run, they didn't show up. No one showed up. And now that the elections are over, people are coming to you, expecting for comfort, expecting to what are we gonna do, or oh well, like let's keep going, fighting other rights and everything, other things that are going on in the world. You're done. You're tired. You're exhausted. It just wasn't good enough. No matter what you did, was never good enough. And even when you have the most qualified, overqualified candidate who expressed humanity and love throughout her very short campaign, mind you, she only had 3 months to do this all. Always try to follow justice, speak for the voiceless, and yet always had to be held responsible at a higher standard due to the doings of men. Mind you, Harris is a vice president. She doesn't come up with policies. She just has to uphold them. She is a vice president. But anyways, she gave it her all. You gave it your all. You showed up in numbers at the voting poll. Wasn't enough. Wasn't enough to have her win, because some people chose to be undecided still, not vote at all, vote for Trump out of spite, vote for things Trump is better by all. They think that he was better. Whatever their decision is, this is the outcome. This is the result that they need to live with. You're all done here. You don't need to fight for us anymore. You're tired. You need to fight for yourselves and for your peace of mind and for your own well-being. You're done. I get it. You have every right to be. You have every right to be done. You need your rest because you need to refill your own cup. You need to save yourself because no one's going to save you. Well, I'm tired for watching you all just bear that burden every time and just rest. Let us take it on. Let me and hopefully any other Asian Americans, since I look like, I'm an Asian American, born here and raised, but let our sisters rest. It is time for the rest of us to carry that torch and let her rest. Let them rest. Let Black Americans rest. They're tired. They're done. Especially Black American women. Enough. Let them rest. Hate all you want, this video all you want, to anyone who hates this video. I don't care. No fucks to give. No fucks to give. Say what you want to say. But everyone deserves to preserve their own mental well-being. Because how can you possibly help others when you yourself is being oppressed or being forgotten or not being helped at all when you need help? And Black American women, Black Americans especially, know the feeling of being oppressed. Their entire history, American history, has been ingrained in slavery since being taken over here against their will. And they made use of themselves, and they've been battling discrimination and segregation, everything, and racism till this very day in the 21st century, year 2024. So if they say they're tired, they're tired. Let them rest. Let them be. Let them do whatever they want. They don't want to fight anymore. I don't blame them. I don't blame. What do you expect? What did we all expect? It is what it is. But I'm going to do my best to just maintain strength, but also take care of myself. Everyone take care of yourself. All this doom scrolling and everything, we, at the end of the day, have to love ourselves, love one another, but most importantly, love ourselves and take care of us. Because all this fighting, all this bickering amongst each other, it's not helping anybody. But thank you, especially to Black American women. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we, whole as America, have let you down. Once again. Rest today, and I will continue to fight for love and justice and fairness for all, for everyone, for the goodness of all. I'll fight to continue to live another day.
Welcome back. Very interesting videos. You could see African immigrants, Asian immigrants, Latinos, Hispanic migrants, giving thanks to the black community, and I'm especially giving thanks especially to the black women and men of the black American community. You guys you deserve the praise, and I think that's what I'm going to do in this video. I just want to thank you guys, because whatever people have been able to build upon, whether it be businesses, whether it be educational foundations, people are able to migrate from other parts of the world that are crisis torn to come to the United States to build on what is called the American dream, is all traceable to the sacrifices, the deaths that were made in blood to make this environment comfortable. For this place called the US today, what it is because you guys paid the ultimate price. You are like the symbol of, you know, human freedom and liberty, and all accolades needs to be given to you, and that is what they're doing in this video. They're coming out to thank you guys. Even in my YouTube channel, it is what it is because you guys show so much love and so much support, and I think you guys are one of the most accommodating people under the face of the earth, and I just want to give all credits to you. I want to give all, you know, credit to all of you guys for doing what you do. The African immigrants, the Asian immigrants, whether they be from Asia or whatever, you know, all the gratitude to you guys, because everyone that has ever come across the black community has one thing to testify: that they are very loving, very accommodative, and they are very supportive, and they are not the image that many times they are portrayed on the social media. You know, one or two bad eggs here and there, but that is not to say that that is the entire picture of the entire black community. So I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are in the comment section. Thank you for coming across my YouTube channel. Please feel free to hit the notification button, hit the subscription button, so that when we bring new updates, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you, and see you again on my next video. Bye.